Hi everyone, welcome to Get Ready with me, Louise. This is kind of going to be a quick video because I wasn't for sure if I wanted to do it or not. So what we're doing today is this. I took a palette that I really like and started to look. Set down the base. Then I decided to pull out the Moondust because I wasn't for sure if anybody really wanted to see this or not. But they're just so pretty that I wanted to show at least one of them. Well, I actually used two, but I will do the swatches for you for them. And I don't know what I think about them. I mean, I paid $39. You can get, Sephora's got 20% off, but they're sold out right now. But you can still get it on Urban Decay's website, maybe even Ulta. Now, I have Cosmic Moondust Shadow, and I have one called Starlight. Now, I'm not seeing the Starlight anywhere. It looks like this was a little sample I got somehow, some way, I don't know. I don't think I necessarily bought this, to be honest. But I love this shade. Like, anytime I wanted a little oomph, that gave it to me. Now, the palette I'm using to start out is the Gemini 2. Now, with all melt palettes, I'll be honest, they're dark. There's not really much light. It's like mid to dark, And this one here is no exception. It goes from mid-tone to dark. There's not a really light shade in here. I mean, not for me, for my skin tone. These are pretty light, but not for inner corner, not for a pop. And I like a metallic that's usually light, and they don't really have that in their palettes. There's a couple that do, but for the most part, they don't. So, what I was going to say is that that's where I feel like the Natasha I Need a Nude comes in for me to help me, finish out a look. But these could come in hand too, because I'll show you why. The first shade we're going to go into is Sweetheart. We're just going to use Sweetheart, Love Struck, and LX Queen just to do the base. But I'll tell you as I'm going. So the first shade is Sweetheart. And I do like this palette. Like, I think the shadows are really easy to work with, even though they're dark. They blend beautifully. It's just the overall, like, I'm going to get a vampy look, which is fine. I have no problem with that. Or a very dark, smoky look. Again, that's fine. I don't have a problem with it, except for, like, I have hooded eyes. So I do like a brighter lid, and I'm not a dark person type of person, if that makes sense. Does that even make sense what I said? Like, I like light to dark in my look, you know what I mean? And I just feel like that's what works for me. Now, I have used this palette on its own, and I created a really pretty look, so I do enjoy the palette on its own, but I also enjoy it so much more with another palette. Just saying. We're going to go into Love Struck now and darken up the outer corner. Because, and I don't mean another palette as in the Urban Decay one. Just any other lighter shade palette. It's got a light shade in it. I can use with this palette. Generally, when I use this, I'm not going to lie, I pulled out that one I just showed you. My eyelashes are sticking together. Y'all, my top and bottom, I don't know. Anyway, I pulled out this one here, and this is what I usually would put on the lid. And then I would use Cosmic, because I have Cosmic also, and put it on the inner corner, because it's like a white, pretty much, a silvery white type of shade. And that would be my look. So I would pretty much, set it up with this palette and then pop them on. But when the I Need a Nude came out, well, that changed the story for me in melt palettes, because, I mean, I like Melt's formula, but I love Natasha Denona's formula. And she gave us all the light to mid-tone shades we would need to start a look. Maybe not deepening it up, but definitely start and finish a look if you like the looks from, dark to light. We're going to take that Love Stick shade and run it under the lower lash line also. So I feel like that's where that palette came in handy because I played with it using this palette before. And again, love the look. But I used it as I would use this. So it's the question of if you have a darker palette and you're wanting to like lighten it up, do you want a bigger palette or a smaller palette to carry around, you know, or to pick up and use? That's up to you. Natasha Denona's palette is more, but you're getting more. And I think you're getting a better value even with the Natasha Denona versus this one, Urban Decay. But I will give credit where credit is due. And these Moondust shadows, they're something. They're something special. I don't know. I would say that is your best value is buying one of those, the four. They got two different ones. I picked up the one that was at Sephora, the Space Rider. They do have another one. And this one has their famous Space Cowboy in it. But if you were going to do it, like pick up that, I would think this was your best route because a single is $24 of the Moondust shadows. So you at least get, you know, to try more shadow, to try different ones in this one, even though it's only 4 pans. So it's really just up to you. But I don't know if I see where all the hype is with these. To be fair, I like them. I think it's very pretty as you're getting ready to see. Like, there's no doubt to that. My doubt is, are they that much more special than what comes in a palette? I'm going to go back into Sweetheart really quickly just to blend that up and around. Y'all, I sat down to do this look and then I, like always, I'm walking around with one eye done because 1,000 things happen, so bear with me. So the shade I decided to go into for the look is Wild Dipper Rides Again. And then I use Star Cowgirl for the inner corner. So let's pick up the Wild Dipper. And I will say that it picks up nicely on a brush. And I'm going to lay it down on the lid. Now, I didn't spray it. I didn't use a finger. There was a little bit of fallout. But I will say it was very easy to wipe away. And I will give it that. Like, that's pretty impressive. Because this is a very, like, glittery formula. So I really was expecting fallout. And it'd be hard to brush away. But it surprised me because it wasn't hard at all. So there is that laid on the lid. Now, is that pretty? Yes, it is. I'm just going to take my finger and sort of just tap it into place where I want it. Oh, look. I'm wearing the other nail polish today from Sephora, out of the Sephora collection. It's called Summer Nostalgia. Oh, I am liking the Sephora collection nail polish, you all. Nail polish don't last long on me. I'm not gonna lie. I do dishes. I clean my tub, my toilets, you know, all that. The sinks, the dishes. Like, I clean through the day, okay? So nail polish don't last long on me. To be fair, no brand does. But for the price point of these, pretty good, to be honest, on lasting time. I would say that this will last me about 3 days before it starts to look like you better do something. And for me, that's really good because usually it's within a day. It's already, yeah, like missing at my tips of my nails and stuff. So, but you know, I am very rough on my nails. I won't lie. All right, so you can see that that's very pretty. It is shiny. It's everything you want it to be. Now we're going to go into Star Cowgirl. And I'm going to pick it up. And I'm just going to tap that one in the inner corner. Like that. And that one definitely, you can see the oomph real quick from that one. Again, it is beautiful. There's no denying. And I don't know if you can see, but I got fallout. I am so shiny. Y'all, I was sweating. I ain't even gonna lie, I was sweating. And I still don't even have everything done. That's the crazy part. But I got a little bit of fallout. But look, like this stuff just, boom, gone. And, okay, so this one, no, it's not falling. I was going to say it's kind of falling down. But no, now that it's done, it's fine. Like, no messing with it. It's fine. So, that's a good sign. We're going to go back into this palette here. And we're going to go into this one here now. The LX Queen. And I'm just going to line the top lash line and bottom lash line with it. And I guess this is cute little packaging. Like, it's very easy to store. It's slim. It's compact. I don't know. And also, I'm looking at it like, again, I have the Natasha Denona palette. And it's really been, you know, letting me use palettes that I haven't used in a while because they're just so dark. That's kind of like my go-to palette. If I get to, you know, a palette that's too dark out to use. But I don't know. Like, if you didn't have the Natasha Denona, I need a nude. This could be. It's not a necessity, this palette. It is cute. The shadows do what they're supposed to do for sure. It works really well as far as all of that goes. But at the same time, it's like, it's just a shadow. Like, it's a special shadow for the Urban Decay, which I will say it is a good shadow for Urban Decay right off the bat. Since I haven't been a large fan of theirs, I will say that, you know, this is given some kind of breath into Urban Decay. I will say that much. I just don't know. I mean, it is pretty packaging too. Like, that's pretty. It's nice and sturdy. You're not going to break it. It's plastic, hard plastic. This one here is cardboard. I actually stepped on it, and y'all, I broke my mirror. I know, I'm going to have 7 years of bad luck. I stepped right on it and cracked it. We're going to use the, I don't even know what this is. Hold on. Valentino. Is that right? Yeah, Valentino Beauty mascara. I don't see the name of it, but anyway, it's a sample. And we're going to use that for the top lashes. Why I grabbed this mascara, I don't know. Oh, I wanted to see if it transfer to the top of my lid throughout the day. That's why I grabbed it. I don't know if it will or won't, to be honest. It kind of looks like it won't, but then you never know. I'm giving it time. I was sweating too, so maybe that wouldn't be fair, but I feel like we all sweat. So, like, the mascara better hold. Especially for the price point. I'm sure this price point on this mascara is unreal, but it does make my lashes look pretty. I will say that too. I do like it. I do like that mascara. Interesting. Of course I'm gonna like it. It's high price. Why wouldn't I? It's the way I feel anymore. It's like, of course you're gonna like it. It's high price. It's gonna cost you a fortune. It's like, why? Why can't I just like something a little less expensive just once, you know? We're going to use the MAC on the lower lash line. Alright, so overall, what do I think? I don't think this palette could be a standalone, but it's not meant to be, so there's that. Let me swatch it for you on my hand, because, I mean, like, there's no doubt in their beauty. Their beauty is, in the Space Cowboy, I mean, I give it to it. It is beautiful. Even the Cosmic Space Dust is beautiful too. Very pale though this palette is. But you don't need much of it either, so that's a plus. Like, you watched me go in. I only went in twice to pat it on, so that's not bad. And it picked up nicely, this particular brush did. What brush is it? It's a Smashbox. It's a Smashbox full covered shadow brush. That's what I use to pick these up. So, you know, it worked well that way. Hold on here. Oh, I thought I nicked myself. I guess I didn't. How nice. And, like, I love this melt palette, especially for this time of the year. This is the time of the year that I bring this palette out. So this is the palette swatched. Let me get it here and here. So you can see that they're definitely shiny shades, but very pale, but definitely beautiful. Like, they're definitely gonna, like, just glitter along the lid. The thing is that my guess, if I was taking a guess, you probably have these shades already in other palettes. Just saying. Maybe not like 4 different lid shades. Like, because that's what I think of these. These are all lid shades for me, or inner corner. And that's why I love to carry, where is it? These two. The Cosmic and the Starlight. Now, Starlight I can't find anywhere, like I said. Cosmic you can still get. But that's why I like to carry these around. This is the old packaging. So this is how old this is, okay, y'all? This is old. Like, you pop that out like that. Like, yeah, this is an old packaging. Now, this is newer packaging. But, can I get it back in? Oh, Lord, watch me not be able to get it back in. Wouldn't that be something? There we go. It's back in. You know, they've lasted a long time. They still perform great. So that's great. I don't know what I think it's like 12 months maybe. Yeah, I think that's what it was. It could be 24. That could be a 24 actually. I don't know. You couldn't read these if you wanted to. At least I can't. I'm too old. I think if you don't have the I Need a Nude and you're not a fan of the Sasha Denona's formula or something, I think this is a cute idea for you. Especially if you have darker palettes that don't have that light gradient and you want it. This would be a great companion palette for you. But in today's age, with all the versatility we have, all of the palettes that we have access to, do you need that versatility? I don't know. Is it worth the $39 for myself? No. No, it's not. It wasn't worth it to me. Do I regret getting it? No. I think I could have did something better with my money. If that makes sense. Like, I don't regret it. And I will get use out of it. And in a way, I'm glad I have it since it is limited edition. But I don't I don't think I needed it. I think I've got this and better in my collection already. But with that said, on the flip side, not, I have an unreasonable collection, and I very well know that. So I'm thinking, like, if I didn't have the shade, the collections I had, would this be better for me? Yes. So if I didn't have the collection I had, this would be great. So with that said, it's up to you. I mean, it's pretty. I'll give it that. Packaging's pretty. Packaging's great. Price point, I mean, it might be a really good value, to be honest, even there too. So what do I really know? You know what I mean? I just think with, like I said, my collection, this wasn't such a necessity. But in somebody else's world, who's reasonable and who has no reasonable amount of makeup, this might be pretty cool actually to have. So take that with what you will. I do think the colors in this one's pretty. They do have another one on their website. However, it's not at Sephora. So I don't know why that one didn't launch. I guess it was just like maybe their site only or something. But I was going to see if you could get the 20% off. It might be worth checking out. Without that, I don't know. But they're, Urban Decay can have their own sales too. And I know if you sign up for like their emails and stuff, you get a percentage off your first order or something. Maybe check that out too. So, save as much as you can when you can, for sure. So that is all I have for you today. I appreciate you stopping by. Let me know what you think about it. I'm like mixed. I'm torn. It's like with my collection, no, but with somebody else's collection, yes. You know what I mean? That's the way I kind of feel about the palette. And granted, I am completely a fool. I'm well aware of that. And that's kind of why I'm looking at it at a different light and a different view. But let me know, have you tried the Moondust shadows before? Is this, I know they've been out forever because I have 2 of them. It's the one I use every now and then just when I need that oomph. So I guess it will give you that oomph if that's what you're looking for. But if I'm using a Natasha Denona palette, a Pat McGrath palette, I don't need that oomph. But if I'm using like maybe a ColourPop, or if I need a lighter shade, then I may be using this. You know what I mean? So that's it though. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, hit all that way you're notified when I upload. I do upload every day but Sunday. I apologize for the rest of the mess on my face. I know it's bad. What am I wearing today? I am wearing the Armani Luminous Silk Foundation in 5.5. For foundation, for concealer, I am wearing the Natasha Denona concealer. I am wearing, of course, the Lunar Beauty Translucent Powder to Set. For bronzer, ColourPop blush, ColourPop. I was actually going to use this collection, but I didn't know if anybody would even care about it. But today I'm using the Bundled Up from the Hello Kitty. And I kind of think this looks like the Orgasm by NARS Blush. Dupe, I don't know about that. But close, similar. I still think I prefer the In the Frost one, the one I wore yesterday. But, and let me know, would y'all want to look at this palette? I mean, it's kind of a basic palette, but it's kind of cute at the same time, right? Or is it just me? It might just be me, but let me know. Plus it says slay all day. I mean, how cute is that? But let me know if you'd like to see a look from that, or would you like to see another look for something else that I just recently got and only got a chance to use once. Let me know. I will want to play with this again now that we're into like the winter pretty much. I mean, we're still in fall, so I'm still in like the fall mood, which is this, but it's also kind of more wintry. But I also pulled out my Gemini 2 palette, which I'm kind of curious, why does that look like that? Interesting. Anyway, I was going to play with the Gemini 1. Of course, Gemini 2 is more my speed for sure. This is more green-brown, but I did think this would be a good palette to use to start using greens maybe. But, what other palettes did I pull out? I'm going to put the 2 Beetlejuice away. I'm done with those. Oh, I pulled out these 2. Not that one. What is that? Oh, Fall Romance. I do think I want to play with that one again, too. Maybe. I don't know. I do want to play with this one, though. This one's by Melt, too. The She's In Parties. This is another one. Now, this one, though, it does have that lighter shade. So, this one's a little bit different. Just a little bit. But I do like this palette, too. So, I'm thinking about that for... This, though, is more winter for me, to be fair. But I pulled out some of those palettes. And, I mean, I still have my Pat McGrath over here I'd like to get some more use out of. The Cosmic Crush. I haven't played with it again. A lot of these palettes I've only done one look with. Maybe 2. And I do need to give them... But I can kind of tell at the same time if I'm going to like it. And even though Cosmic Crush was better than the one before that, or was... No. What did they come out with? They have got their whole holiday collection over here. Too Faced. See, now I don't even know what I'm doing. I've got so much everywhere. I did put the Chucky collection away. Oh, I did keep out the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer too. Even though that's Christmassy. But I can't wait for December. Every day in December, I'm going to do a Christmas palette. I think I have enough of them to do. All the way up to Christmas. I can do a Christmas palette from the past. And present. I mean, I'm sure people are going to be launching Christmas, right? I have to assume. Maybe, maybe not. But anyway, I'll let you go. And I will see you in the next one. Until then, take care. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.